ALZEA? Do you all know what is ALZEA? Do you all know what is
Excuse me, ma'am.
ALZEA? What do we do? Yeah.
One second.
Ma'am, actually, your voice is breaking, so not. I can't hear you properly. I
Okay,
guess.
just give me a moment, please. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
Sunita ma'am, I am recording the presentation. Hope that is okay with everyone.
Yes, yes, perfectly all right. Perfectly all right.
Okay, hi. Is it better now? Am I clearly audible?
Aditi, you are very much loud and clear. No worries here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, perfect. So, do you all know what we at ALZEA do? What is ALZEA? Have you all heard about us? It's okay. We are also accepting wrong answers. No one? Okay, so okay, we have an answer here.
No, nobody.
Okay,
Let's introduce
nobody.
you.
Okay, so we at ALZEA help students find international internships. We help you all with finding internships in your preferred department. Before I go ahead, please allow me to tell you about the name ALZEA. What does it stand for? So ALZEA, it's ALZEA. First A stands for Africa, then L stands for Latin America. I'm ignoring Z for the moment. Then we have is E, which stands for Europe, and the last A stands for Australia. Z is a Greek symbol. It's a symbol that shows connection, like coming all together and making international internships a successful internship for all our students. So that is what ALZEA stands for. Okay, who are we? ALZEA was incorporated in Lyon, which is in south of France. And the main aim for ALZEA is to promote international mobility and give students the opportunity to experience the new culture when they are overseas, experience the new environment, working with new people around and adjusting yourself there. Since 2005, we've expanded our presence in various countries and also various regions of France. So various countries like, let's say, India, Malaysia, UAE, Maldives, USA, etc. We've dedicated our presence in India since 2015, and it's since 2015, when we started our operations here and when we have our office here in India. It's in Mumbai, Thane district. It's now a unique point at ALZEA is that we are recognized by the Ministry of France. It means that the French Labor Department has given us the permission to bring in the students and allow them to do the internship here in France. Okay, I can go ahead, right? Any questions so far?
Aditi, I think we'll leave them for questions at the end. We'll quickly complete with the presentation first.
Okay, okay. Now, what do we offer you? What do we bring to you? So, yeah, we provide internships, and the duration for the internships would be from 3 to 6 months in France. Uh, so we interview you, we understand what's your preferred department, and we'll be finding you an internship in your preferred department. For example, someone wants to do the internship in kitchen, while some wants to do it in F&B department. There might be some students who want to go into pastry, so we'll help you find internships in your preferred department. Uh, Yeah, so that is what is also individual internship search. It means when we interview you, we understand what do you need, what you are fit for, uh, and then we prepare your CV and then we find you an internship. Apart from that, we also offer you a French language program. So during this COVID, we've designed entire French program which goes by the name Fluencia. I'll type it in the chat for you all. Now, Fluencia is an online French program. So we understand, during this COVID, you all had lectures online, and we arranging a class every week at the time preferred is not convenient for everyone. Sometimes you might have some assignment, sometimes there is something or the other coming up, so everyone cannot come at the same time during this COVID. So we decided we'll curate a nice program. So it's a very short program but with all the important uh, teachings and everything. It covers all the important topics related to French, and you guys will be given your unique email ID and password. You all can attend this program at your ease, and at the back end we will be tracking your progress. So you are learning French but at your convenience, at your time. We also have Wild Fit program for our students. So Wild Fit program is again a premium health program which we offer to our students. Apart from that, we'll be finding you a paid internship. So right now, this paid internship in France is like, they have a fixed stipend of 600 euros, which will be given to each and every student, irrespective of their department or their working hours. We work with a group of hotels like Best Western, Campanile, then there is Relais and Chateau, Novotel, Ibis. So all these are group of hotels that we work with, and we try to place our students in a star property. So it can also be a Michelin star property. Maybe the chef there might have received a Michelin star. So yeah, all this. So during your internship, you will be provided with an accommodation by the hotel. It's a free accommodation, so which will be provided by the hotel. Now, I'll be covering this accommodation point again, towards the end of the presentation to show you all the examples of accommodation that the hotel provides so that, you guys are prepared what to expect when you are in France. Moving further. Okay, where do we place you? Any idea where would you guys be placed in France?
No.
Anyone? No? Okay. So Paris. Okay, so let me tell you. Uh, it's not just France, is not just Paris. There's a lot more than Paris in France, and okay, so one will be placing you in entire France. So it can be someone would be placed in, let's say, south of France, while someone will be the north of France, someone can be in the east of France, so in different regions. Because what we think is when you are in different regions, when the tourist visit, the chef has enough time to explain you. Your trainer or your manager would have enough time to teach you. But if you are if you are in a proper city, they will teach you. But then sometimes what we feel is they won't have enough time because there'll be a lot of guests coming in. So it's all over France that we place you. Plus, again, when you're in the city, the accommodation is not free. So if you are okay to pay the rent for your own accommodation, which might come up to 1,000 or 1,500 euros, right, ma'am? So
Yeah, about 1,000 to 1,500 euros. So I'll just
per
add
month.
something here.
So yeah,
Just want to
yes, yes, sure.
add something from here. So everybody, what happens is, we avoid placing you in Paris or in Lyon. Reason being is none of the hotels are giving free accommodation over there, right? And if you have to pay for your accommodation, program becomes very expensive for you all, because nothing comes below 1,000 euros a month. So we're talking something like a lakh per month just on accommodation. So 6 months, it's 6 lakhs. So what we do is we try to place you in and around the main cities. So probably you'll be
Right.
in around Lyon. So it's probably, 2 hours from Lyon or 1 hour from Paris, or maybe if you're lucky, even 30 minutes from Paris, but not inside. So, somewhere close where you will get your groceries and everything, but not in the main cities. Okay, that's one thing. And when there is this season time in France, a lot of people are not in Paris and Lyon. Okay, they are going to the countryside and they are going on the outskirts, the
Right.
touristy spots and the destination. So we place you in hotels where there is demand, right? And this is why it is not just in Paris; it is going to be in and around the major cities. So when you're coming, just make sure that there is no misunderstanding that France is Paris, or I'll be placed in Paris or Lyon or Nice or Marseille, any of the major cities. Having said that, if any of you want to be placed in Paris, absolutely, then we are okay. I mean, we work with some properties in Paris like Sofitel, but then be ready to pay for your accommodation. We will assist you, but you'll have to pay for your accommodation. And let me tell you, if you really want to go to Hilton and Sofitel and all these brands, don't opt for France, because if you want to come to France, then opt for the Michelin stars, the Chateau properties, something that is where you will learn about the real French culture. If you really want a Hilton or a Sofitel or something, you go anywhere because their standards are the same. All right. Aditi, do you want me to take it
Okay.
forward from here? Or you're okay?
Yes, you can. It's okay.
Okay,
I'm okay any which ways. Okay.
okay, okay. Can we go to the next slide?
Yes.
Okay, how do we work? So ALZEA India plus ALZEA France is equal to seamless experience. So something unique about us is we have an office not only in India, but also in France. This means right from the time when you register with us and send us your resume till the time you have landed in France and finished your internship, you have someone at your immediate assistance, right? So when you're in India, you can get in touch with me, Aditi. Vaishnavi is not here today, but she will be introduced to all of you soon if you all register for the France program. We'll be here to take care of you. And when you go to France, we have a team of three. So you'll be in touch with Adele, Ludivine, who will be there to answer your questions if you have any problems at the hotel. If you have a little bit of language issues, of course, we're going to train you in French, but you could still have some problems in, in talking in French when you're in your hotel because you won't be that fluent. In that case, our team in France will be there to assist you. Imagine if you land in France, if there is some help you need, you're not getting some transport, some difficulty, you can always message our team in France and they will be there to assist you. Okay. If you want, you can always stay in touch. You can stay in touch with us too. That's not a problem. And what are the services we offer? So we take care of your interview. This is your first step. Even before you register with us, we will interview you. We will send your CVs to our French team. We will decide together if it is possible to place you based on the way you perform during the interview, based on your experience, and based on your adaptability to a new country and to a new culture. Once you're selected, we will send you an email and then we will send you the registration mail. We will also take care and ask you for your financial documents of your sponsor, which will either be your mother, father, and in certain cases, it can also be your uncle. And we will study that with our visa partner. And in case they say that the financials are a little weak, we will guide you with what are the alternative you can do if you can change your sponsor, or we may tell you that there could be some visa rejection issues, so you should not opt for France. So even before you are paying us, we will let you know about these things so that you don't spend so much money, spend so much time only to see that your visa is rejected, right? Nobody wants that. And ALZEA wants to maintain their rate of visas being accepted, so we will be extra careful that none of our students at least have a visa rejection. Then we are preparing your resume in French. When we are sending your CVs to the hotels, they have to be in French in France. And we're assuming that all of you will need help in the French translation, even if some of you do speak a little bit French. So we'll be translating your CV in French, sharing it with the hotels in France, and starting with your internship search, like Aditi said, according to, whatever you specify during the interview. Then we have the French language training. So again, as soon as you register, there is one team who is taking care of your internship search, and there's one team who is taking care of your French language training. Okay. So basically, the internship search and the language training are hand in hand, right? And so we save time. So by the time you are going to France, it will at least take 4 to 5 months, and you will have nice 4 months to actually work on your French and build your language skills. All right, then we have an induction program. We have many induction programs. One, probably if you're doing an interview with the hotel, we'll be helping you with that, or we'll be helping you with, the culture of France and what kind of documentation you need to, keep ready, what kind of forms you need to fill if you're going over there, and if you have to visit public places, you will need certain forms, you will need certain passes, especially during the pandemic. So we'll help you with all of that. Documents and visa process assistance. So everything from filling the form, which visa to apply, all the documents, checking your documents, we'll be doing that for you. We have a visa partner who is working with us now since 5 years, and he is thoroughly checking the visa documents, and ALZEA is doing that. So that is something we do. And managing logistics is something like, we will make a route map for everyone. So somebody would be landing in Paris airport, somebody would be landing in maybe Geneva airport, we don't know. So from that place to your hotel, the entire route map, which train to take, when to reach, who's going to come to pick you. In some cases, there is no pickup and you have to directly reach to the hotel. How to do that? We'll be making the route map for you. We'll be giving you an emergency phone number of ALZEA France. So in case you have any issues in the transit, once you're in France, you can always call them. Something very unique that we have recently started during the pandemic is this WildFit Health program. And WildFit is basically a company based in USA, and they're offering this health program. So ALZEA has tied up with them. It is one of the premium programs that even works on Mind Valley, if you all have heard of Mind Valley. And we are giving this to our students. It's optional, it's not necessary that you do the WildFit program, but since we are giving it and it's complimentary, we will just want all of you to do it. It's exceptionally good. A lot of our students who have already done the WildFit program, they have reported that they have a stronger immune system. They used to fall sick very often, and that has really changed. So their energy levels are very high. Okay, so there are a lot of things that WildFit gives you, which we want our students to absolutely do, especially when they are going international during the pandemic. However, there is no compulsion for this. But for the French language training, it's non-negotiable. If you are registering with ALZEA, you have to do the online classes, and there'll be one person checking your dashboard and checking your progress from the back end. All right, can we proceed ahead? Okay, application criteria. So age, definitely you have to be more than 18 years of age. You should currently be a student of culinary pastry, any hotel management course. If you have a basic French knowledge, it will be really good. And minimum 2 months experience is required. The reason we are telling you this is because ALZEA is not just sending students from India. We have students who are going in from Malaysia. We have students who are coming in from Spain. And what happens is, because of their academic structure, they have 1 or 2 years of experience. So all the good brands or the Michelin stars, they absolutely, prefer them, because when you come with an experience, it's just too easy to adapt in a new place. So I know 1 year is not possible over here because our academic does not support that. But if y'all can take 2 months, it will really be beneficial even for y'all. Okay. So start finding, if y'all know anybody, if any of your friends have a hotel, if there are any local places nearby where you just do an internship, and have some hands-on experience, please go ahead with that. Aditi, yeah. So, what is expected from you? Be punctual and dedicated. Have a working knowledge of French. In this case, if you all don't know French, then at least make sure that you're attending all the live calls and doing your videos on time before you're ready to leave for France. Have a positive attitude, because a lot of times we have students going in there, and they'll have complaints like, ma'am, the accommodation is not very big, or ma'am, there is uh, there's non-vegetarian food that I cannot eat, or something. So just don't let these small things be an obstacle for you. You're going to a new country. There is going to be difference in food. There is going to be difference in the language. There is going to be difference in the accommodation. So keep having a positive attitude. If you feel the accommodation is not okay, just remind yourself, what better can I get in a free accommodation? I'm actually saving 1,000 euros. And just see how you can negotiate with your supervisor to just have the basic necessities met. Okay, so in case food is a problem, remember you all are hotel management students and you all have to adapt to, all kinds of cuisines. Okay, so if it's a problem, see what best you can do, or else maybe you can just, cook your own meals. That's the best thing. Okay, and language, definitely it's going to be a plus point. The reason we are making French compulsory is because we've seen that our students who have done French and have regularly attended the classes have really had a very good international experience in France. In fact, we have three students I can name who have also got a job offer. So it's totally worth it. Please do your French language course as well. And willingness to learn by asking questions. Okay, so however it is, please show willingness to learn when you're at your hotel. Your supervisor, your chef, everybody should see that you're here to learn. Once they see that in you, they're going to teach you more. Okay, they test you. They're not going to give you everything on your table from day one. Okay, they will test you. You have the potential. You show you want to learn more, they are going to teach you more. You show you're not going to learn more, they're not going to teach you more. Example, we have some students complaining that, ma'am, I'm working 11 hours a day, 12 hours a day. At times, you can go, you can work, you can go and tell your chef and go and tell your supervisor that, can I take an off now because I have worked 13 hours a day? That's okay. They will give you offs. But stop complaining that you're working extra, because sometimes that also means that you're learning more, right? So just ensure these little things when you're in France, and and we're really sure your internship is going to be very good. What are the benefits of a foreign internship? I think we all know it makes you more independent. You're adapting to a new culture, new food, new language. So, apart from your technical knowledge and a new learning experience that you're going to have in your kitchen or in your new hotel, you're also going to learn other things. Okay, you will be away from family, so you will know how to adapt to new food. You will know how to cook your own food. Here, a lot of us, we are doing hotel management, but we are still depending on our parents for food. So that's something, it makes you really independent. You're in your own accommodation, you don't have any house help or everything. So you learn to do your own stuff alone, your own dishes, or maybe your own clothing. So it makes you extremely independent. Once you're back, it transforms you as a person. It is a good professional experience. Of course, it is a challenge in your life. You're leaving your home, you're going to a new country, everything is new. So you're discovering a new culture, cuisine, language. We've covered that. And then you also have an opportunity to network and make yourself more employable. And we always write this is because we never know. There was a student who went in France. He was working under a chef. The chef opened a new hotel in Dubai and immediately liked this intern's work, called him, and he got a job offer in Dubai. There was one student who was working very well in France. The chef really liked him, went out of his way to do the paperwork and give him a job in France, in the city of Lyon. So you never know what are your chances. Just focus and give your best during the internship. Do we have anything else? Okay, we have some accommodation pictures and we have deliberately put the accommodation that are not very nice because we wanted to, show you what is it. We didn't want to put all very good pictures. So please have a look at this accommodation. This is also what you can get, but you get those basic facilities. You will have a place to keep your luggage. You will have a little place to cook, a little place to sleep, all the basic necessities. But it's going to be small, okay? Because France is expensive. Paris is expensive. Paris is in fact very very expensive, but all over France it's still very expensive. Expensive. So please don't have a lot of expectations when it comes to accommodation. Of course, this is the way the students have kept the accommodation. You will get it cleaner. Aditi, we can move ahead. Yeah. Other destinations that we are promoting are Mauritius, Maldives, USA, UAE, Malaysia, and Qatar. Um, All right. So Aditi, today we are just talking about France, so we need not do this in
Okay.
detail. Okay. So yeah, that's it about France. And now we are happy to share more with you by your questions. So just start with your questions and we are happy to answer them.
Priyanka, if you can cover the cost factor as well, I mean, cost part, how they have to pay when they are registering and what is the next installment. So, if that can be also clarified here, it will be
Okay.
easier for them to
Okay.
understand.
We can do that orally. So like I said, that first we will receive your resume. We will take your interview. We will share it with our team in France. Once your file is accepted, then we will ask for your sponsor's financial documents, which is basically the income tax returns of the last 3 years of your father or mother. Okay, and those returns should be at least more than 5 lakhs to be accepted for an internship in France. And once and don't worry, somebody may have that, it's just 3 lakhs, it's 4 lakhs. Then what we do is we try to combine your parents income tax returns and see if it's 5 lakhs. If that is also not working, we will suggest, do you have an uncle, do you have a brother or something, and we will get it, checked from our visa partner. So we'll try our best. But if nothing works, we may have to tell you that you shouldn't apply for France, because there is no point asking you all to register only to see that your visa is rejected. Okay. And once you are accepted, even from our visa partner, that it's okay, we can go ahead with your case, we will ask you to pay the first installment, which is 53,100. And all the amounts that I'm going to tell you are all inclusive of the GST and taxes. Okay. So it's 53,100, which is your first installment. I'm also typing it in the chat while I'm speaking. Once you pay the first installment, we start with your internship search. We start with your internship search. We start with your French language program, and we start with your Wildfit Health program. So everything happens simultaneously. Your French language and the Wildfit Health is online. There are certain videos that you need to watch. Okay. So you can watch at your own pace, at your own time. You just have to come with us for one live call for both the programs. So one live call for France, for French language learning, and one live call for the health program. Okay. So that there is somebody to follow up with you. There is somebody to check with you. There is somebody to, guide you. You can't just be doing everything on videos. So all these three things start simultaneously. Then while these things are happening, it takes about 1.5 months that we have an offer for you. 1.5 months is maximum. You can have something earlier also. Once we have an offer, we present the offer to you. You accept the internship. Okay. And then we, send your file to France that you've accepted the internship, and they start making your contract. The moment you've accepted the internship, we ask you to pay the second installment, which is 29,000.
I'm typing it, ma'am.
You're typing it?
I'll type it. Yeah.
So the moment you have accepted the offer, we ask you to pay the second installment, which is 29,500. Okay. And once that is done, your paperwork is done. In the meanwhile, we're on with your French courses, Wildfit Health program. Everything is going on while this is happening. Then once we're sending your acceptance to France, they take at least 1 week to prepare your contract with the signature of the hotel. Then we send it to you. That contract needs to be signed by you, the college, and the hotel, and needs to be sent to the French Labor Department. which we will do it for you. We will just send it to you and we will ask you to, get it done in 2 or 3 days. Once you send that to us, we send it to the French Labor Department, and the Labor Department takes at least 1.5 to 2 months to attest the document. Okay. All this I'm telling you on the maximum side. Okay. I like to, have more time in hand. Once the document is attested from the French Labor Department, then we send the document to you and then you're ready to apply for your visa. So during these 2 months that the Labor Department is taking to get your documents attested, we will already be preparing for your visa. I mean, insurance is already there earlier, but your visa and your other documentation part. And again, we are using these 2 months also to continue with the health program and the language training. So it's like your process is anyways taking time, and we are using this time to, help you gain your language skills. And once you apply for your visa, it takes about 1 month for the visa to come. Once the visa has come, we'll send you
Uh,
route map.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I'll interrupt here. When before when we apply for their visa, they have to pay their third installment here, and
Oh,
it's then when we take their
thanks.
visa appointment.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Aditi. Yeah. So once we are, so second installment was basically once your file has gone to France, once the document is attested and comes from France, you need to pay the third installment, which is around 800 euros and 61,000 INR. So Aditi, we don't take the 800 euros and 61, at least this time we didn't take it together, right? Yeah, we took it together this time also. I can't hear you, Aditi. All right, never mind. I'm still continuing, Aditi. You,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So we do take 800 euros. Earlier, we used to take 800 euros as a part of second installment, but now when there's COVID and a lot of businesses are facing some financial issues, so we've agreed to give them more time to arrange for money, and we are taking it in the third installment.
okay. So just before applying for your visa, we are taking 800 euros and 61,000. And yeah, that's it. Once your visa is there, we're preparing your route map and you're ready to fly. Before that, ensure that you guys are vaccinated, okay? Without being vaccinated, you won't be able to go to France. And Aditi, what was the vaccine that is acceptable? Let's tell them now because we had a
It's Yeah, so it's Covishield. You guys will be expected to take a vaccine which is approved by one WHO and also by the European Union. So Covishield is one vaccine which is available in India and it's also approved by WHO and EU. So y'all can take Covishield for the moment. But Covaxin is yet to receive their approval from WHO and EU. So avoid taking Covaxin for the moment.
because we had two students who were about to leave, and because they had co-vaccine, they had to delay their internship by 1 year. So yeah, if you guys remember that Covishield is acceptable, and if you have already taken co-vaccine, then really don't register for the France program because at the end you won't be allowed to go at the airport. Okay,
Yeah.
So Priyanka, if you can also tell them about the stipend which they would earn per month.
okay. So
Uh,
stipend is 600 euros, Aditi, exact amount.
yes, it's 600 euros. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 600 euros per month.
per month.
And we don't include tips or anything, okay, because it all depends on hotel to hotel. So if that's extra, we don't know, but 600 euros is what you will get per month. Aditi, can we share with them the pictures of, I don't know if we've received few students pictures that who went to France just 2 or 3 weeks before.
So yeah, I would like to share with you all the pictures and the feedback from our students who've just recently went to France. So these are the pictures from the accommodation, so you know what to expect, what not to. One suggestion I would like to give you all is don't compare your accommodation to your friend. Don't compare your internship to your friend's internship. Because I'll tell you all why you guys are going to see it here in the feedback. So yeah, just a moment. So this is Manpuneet Singh, who's come to us for the second time for his internship in France. He went with us earlier in 2019 again to France, but then he loved his internship so much that he decided to go to France again and second time as well through us. So this is his property. It's Auberge de la Tour. It is 3 hours 41 minutes from Montpellier. And here is what he's written. He is basically loving his internship. His accommodation for the moment has been shifted to, a small room, which is not the actual staff accommodation because there is some event going on at the hotel. So once the event ends up, he'll be moving to his actual staff accommodation. But he's really happy there. His accommodation, his current accommodation has all the basic needs. You can see in the picture his how happy he is. He had his day off, and then the chef and Manpunit, the chef suggested Manpunit to tie a different color turban and click a picture to go out.
So one more thing I would like
Everything.
to add here, Aditi, for everybody is that one, a lot of
Mm,
you have these questions that is turban accepted in France, and
yeah,
the answer is yes, it is accepted. France is the only country that is, accepting, so that
right,
is not a problem at all. And second, Manpuneet, there is also another reason why Manpuneet is so happy. One is because he also knew the French language. He has studied French language a little
right.
before with us, and in a second internship again he did it. So he also had a prior experience because this is his second time. Okay, so language and experience does play a role to, change your internship experience.
So I spoke, ma'am. I would just like to add something here. I spoke to Manpuneet once. He landed in France and he was at his hotel. Even though he's visited France for the second time now. He has a set of struggles. He has a set of challenges, but then he has very positive mindset that मैम कुछ नहीं ये तो हो जाएगा I mean this is an internship ma'am this is what we are here for so these are just small challenges but then I'm loving the work here the people are so good the chef is so good so we are really enjoying it here
So
so the
basically,
point is
telling you all
yeah
is to tell you that we're not saying it's going to be super smooth. We're not going to say it's
right
going to be all, you're not going to be in your dream world or something. You will have challenges at times, okay? You will have language issues, you will have food issues, but just ignore it because above that, when you complete your 6 months, that's going to be a transformation above everything, and you're going to love that. Okay.
right
Okay.
okay the next student is Yash Agrawal uh Now his hotel room is an exception. A lot of his batchmates are comparing his accommodation to Yash Agarwal. I'll tell you why. Here is a video. I'll just try if I can play this. Yeah. So this is his accommodation and this is his words. So y'all can so yeah, this is an exception. I think like in my experience of so many years, he's I think the first or second student who's received the entire accommodation for himself. Second, a hotel room as an accommodation for himself. So lot of students are comparing कि मैम यश का accommodation देखो कैसा है हमारा तो एकदम बेसिक सा है ये हमारे accommodation में मैम एक अलमारी भी नहीं है हम हमारा लगेज कहाँ रखे so the hotel provides you the accommodation I think you guys should respect the kind of accommodation the hotel is providing you, because otherwise you will have to spend, like Priyanka ma'am mentioned earlier, you will have to spend thousands of euros to get yourself an accommodation. So I think you guys just should respect whatever you are getting. Plus, we are not,
So
ALZEA is not providing you the accommodation, it is the hotel who is doing it. So
yeah,
yeah.
so to
Yes, ma'am.
continue with that, Aditi, so because ALZEA is not providing you an accommodation, we won't have a lot of control over it. It'll depend on your
Hmm.
hotel, what they are giving you. So what happens is when our students go, they're extremely happy. The happiness changes when there's comparison. They're very happy with their basic
Right.
accommodation also. They're enjoying their internship. But moment they will see my friend has a little bit better, they'll start comparing and then start complaining. Don't have that's really not a positive attitude. Whatever you have got, make the best out of it and you will really do well with your internship. Okay, and we're telling you, yeah,
Right.
it's an exceptional case. He just left India, I think 2 weeks ago, and that's why his testimonial is here, and he was lucky to have his own accommodation and the chef taking him and driving him to Lyon. So it all depends. Maybe one of you will also have that, maybe not. Okay. And one more thing, if you see down, it says he was placed in Saint-Priest, which is not a major city. It is 29 minutes from Lyon. So, like I was telling you all, you will not be in Lyon. Okay. You may be in such cities, which is say 30 minutes from Lyon, or 1 hour or 2 hours or something. Who do we have next, Aditi? Akan.
Next is Akansh Sharma. Now you all can see here his accommodation is very basic. There's just one bed here, a small cupboard, or a window here. That's it. And this is his view from the accommodation. But he's still happy, guys. Okay, he now Akansh and Yash are batchmates. Okay, but he's not comparing. He's like, "Ma'am, this place is heaven. Even if the accommodation is small, it's okay. I'm happy with the work here. The colleagues are nice. There are struggles like food, language, वो सब है मैम, but ठीक है फिर भी हम manage कर लेंगे. It's gonna be good." So this is the kind of the attitude that we expect from you all as well. Again, he's placed in a Michelin star restaurant. That's Le Pont de Louis. It's 2 hours 2 minutes from Toulouse. Toulouse is a city in south of France, so it's not in the major city. It's 2 hours 2 minutes from Toulouse. So it's in the countryside. Uh, Next we have is Abhay Prasad.
Yeah, I was just
This
wondering
is
why
his,
to
yeah.
not include the negative feedback too. Yeah, so this
No,
one
I
is
have
aware.
included.
So yeah, he got an accommodation, he got everything. His accommodation is as basic as that of the previous guy. Who was he?
Akansh Sharma.
Akansh. But then his feedback was, ma'am, the place is like a jungle. There are too many trees. There is no cupboard. We have a sharing washroom. There is neither AC nor fan. This was right on the first day. As soon as he
Night
entered,
first, yeah, yeah.
and he started complaining. So generally what happens is as soon as you enter and you start complaining to us or to the hotel or something, people are not going to take it positively. Okay, anywhere you go, you try to first adjust 10 or 15 days and then try to see that okay, that's not happening, or then try to say that hey, can I have this, can I have that. Give it time, because French people are very welcoming. They are going to accommodate things with you. They don't know, it's not in their culture, because sometimes it's not very hot there. Okay, so it's a little different in terms of the appliances they have put over there. So give them some time, give yourself some time. First try to negotiate by yourself around with your hotel, then come to ALZEA, because in a lot of cases ALZEA interferes and the hotel is not very happy that I had such good relationships in this case with Abhay, why couldn't he come to me directly. Okay, and you're there
Yeah.
to talk for yourself, you're there to be independent. Okay, so just keep in mind these things. Aditi, can we quickly go to the
Yes.
next one, because we want to answer more questions and I have another presentation at 2:30.
Yes, right. So this is Jewel Sharma and Manvi Gupta. Manvi has gone to the same property as Manpuneet Singh, but hers it's for the first time. So this is her review. Of course, there are struggles, as I mentioned. She is facing her set of struggles, but whenever I speak to her, कुछ नहीं मैम एडजस्ट हो जाएगा मैम, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है इसमें, ये तो होना ही है, स्ट्रगल है, इसके लिए तो हम फ्रांस आए हैं. So these are the kind of responses that I hear from her, and it shows how motivated and how positive she is towards her internship. Again, here we have is
Had a
Jay
complaint
Sharma.
again. Joel had a complaint that he was working
Yes.
extra hours that I, told you all.
Uh,
That extra hours may come. Okay, there could be times you may have to work extra hours, and I don't think that is that should be a complaint. Okay, this happens in every hotel, every city. In fact, compared to India and Dubai, France is still less. At least if they make you do extra hours, they will also give you compensatory offs when it's low season. So yeah, we tried to explain to him. He did understand, and now he's enjoying his internship. But we are just
right.
sharing with you all the feedback that comes from the students, the kind of complaints they say. Ma'am, vegetarian food nahi hai. Ma'am, it's homesickness. Or, we're working 12 or 13 hours. It's tiring. And it's tiring. A lot of our students who have done the Wild Fit program with us have not told this it's tiring, because the program really helps to improve your energy levels, your immune and everything. That is actually not in our control. But if you really want to make the best internship in France, you want to do everything. You want to travel, you want to work on your report, you want to network, you want to work for extra hours. You need to make sure your health is strong. And this is one more reason why we've also included that program. Okay, enough, Aditi. Let's
So
keep.
yeah, that's all for the moment.
Okay, okay. Do we have any other questions that we didn't address? Okay,
Yes, Tuti,
we have
please
the
go
question.
ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. Good. I don't know what time it is over there, but good afternoon, good evening, good morning.
Good
But
afternoon.
my question is, when you are listing the departments that are available for us to do, is front office available or anything similar to it?
Front office is available, Stuti, but only for people who know a little French already. Because what happens is we can place you in front office, but what if during the French training, when it's time for you to leave, you don't improve your French enough? Because at front office, you have to be in touch with the customers. You're in France, you need to know French. If you're not able to lead them or handle them in the French language, how can you do front office? So it's very much available, provided you tell us that, okay, no, I'll absolutely work hard with my French, I want front office. But 2 months before, if my French is not very good, I'm ready to shift to F&B. Okay, so you need
Okay,
to come with that attitude. You can't be like, I don't know French, but I still want front office. Yeah.
definitely. Okay, thank you so much for the input.
Welcome. I think
Uh,
Rahul Daya has.
Rahul, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I had a question about the same thing for front office, just striked in my mind. Do we require any specific grade of like French language, like A2, A1, or B1, something for front office if I just need to go to front office?
I mean, at
Is
least,
there some,
I would
yeah?
say B2, or I can also say B1 with a strong conversation. Conversational French should be very strong. Even a B1 would do, because a lot of people do B1, but then they can't speak French. They are very good in grammar.
Mm,
So, take yourself as at least a B2.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Do we
okay,
have,
any more questions?
there's nothing in the chat as well. So I'm assuming
Yeah,
there's no other questions.
right.
Ma'am, do you have anything else you would you would want us to answer?
No, I think you have covered all the aspects. Now, if the students have any question, they can definitely ask. If not right now, then Sukriti has raised her hand. So yes, Sukriti, you may please go
Good
ahead.
afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to know that when will the whole process start?
Good, good. So that was an important part, Sukriti, and thank you so much for raising that. So you have to register by the first week of September if possible, because like I told you, internship search 1 month, documentation attestation from the labor department 2 months, 1 month at least to the visa. So we need 4 months. If you don't have 4 months, somewhere your internship dates will be delayed. So considering you will at least come first week of September, we will have September, October, November, December, and you will still be able to go by 1st Jan, which I think is your requirement. Nobody can leave by Feb. So if you really want to start Jan, it's first week of September.
Yes, so that is the
Ma'am,
deadline. That's the deadline for all the students. So if you wish to apply, you need to come back to me and update me regarding the same. Okay. And
So
then we'll take it forward with Priyanka
yeah,
and
Aditi
Aditi both,
cannot share the
right?
slide for the moment because I think with IHM it is always they will get back to Sunita ma'am and then Sunita ma'am will send us the CVs.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sukriti, you were asking a question, I believe.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I have recently applied for renewal of my passport, so it will take around 2 weeks for it to get to me.
And are you sure it'll take 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am. As I got the message, it says 2 to 3 weeks, and it's already been 3 days since the process has been completed.
Aditi, at what stage do we need the passport?
So, we'll be needing in the CV, but then in her case, I think we can, begin with documents checking like her financial documents and everything, because again, that takes some time, and then she can register. Majorly, we'll be needing it when we send her documents to France to the French Labor Department. So we have around 1.5 month, 2 months.
But Aditi, will France start her procedure without the passport? Because if they don't start the
So
internship,
they need.
we won't.
So we will have to maybe request them if we can.
So Kriti, will you be having your
So
own passport copy scanned by any chance?
Yeah, ma'am. I can get
Yeah,
that
so
done.
Kriti will send
I
her own
think we
passport
can.
and then we'll start the
Yeah, yeah. Then
okay.
yes,
And
Okay.
yeah, so
then we can
Sukriti,
do
we'll
that.
anyways take 1 month, right? For the internship search. You can start with your language courses. We'll start with your internship search. And in that 1 month period, make sure you get your passport. And then when we're submitting your documents to the French Labor Department, we will make sure we give your new passport.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so everybody else, we're assuming no questions. Don't worry, you can ask any questions you'll have.
I think Harbani raised his hand. So please
Uh,
go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Actually,
Good afternoon.
my question was if like we are not ready, like we are not sure about the department that we want to go in. So can we go for like multiple, like two of them, or is that only?
I don't know if that's possible, Aditi. I see you nodding, but I don't think it's really possible in France. No, even if they want to go, then there should be combinations. Like they can do kitchen and pastry together. They can do
Yeah,
everything housekeeping
that
together,
way.
but they can't do
Yes,
everything
that way.
culinary together.
No,
Um,
they can't do that way. There has to be a
then
combination.
what are your combinations, Arvani? What is it for you?
Ma'am, for kitchen, like kitchen pastry and for hot
Yeah, so
cooking.
pastry and
Culinary
cooking you
food
can do
product.
together.
Yeah, that's okay. She can go. Yeah,
Okay, ma'am.
that
Thank you.
can work.
Ma'am, and also, like Sukriti said, I guess her passport is delayed. But ma'am, for in my case, I have a date for 2nd September, so it will be delayed even more than Sukriti's will be.
How late? 2nd September, which means are you saying you will get it in October? 2nd October?
Yes, ma'am. Maximum that time.
We can start with your procedure, but I think you should ask your college or Sunita ma'am, whoever, if it's possible that in case your program or internship gets delayed because of your passport from 1st Jan to 20 Jan, will it be okay? Because then if you're coming,
No, we would keep the deadline till December and max by Jan.
Yeah,
start.
so then I think Harbani, no, because see, we don't mind telling you come, but then what if you don't get your passport? Then you won't be allowed to go to France,
Yes, ma'am.
or then go in for a 5 month internship and do 1 month in India. I don't know what is the possibility, but I would say maximum if your passport comes even by the 30 September or 1st October, even by the 2nd October, we can still take you in. But if you tell us that it's doubt that you will get it even by the 2nd October, then I think it's a big risk and big money you're spending.
Harbani, you can connect with me once and then we will take this forward. What can be
Yes,
done?
ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, do you see any
Thank you, ma'am.
hands? Thank you, Arbani. So, anybody else has any questions?
Hmm. No, I don't see anyone raising
I
any.
think there's no questions coming up.
Yeah.
If
So
anybody has questions, you all can always give it to Sunita. Ma'am, you can just send us an email and then we'll answer
absolutely,
by email.
absolutely. Thank you, Priyanka and Aditi, for sharing the information. And I shall be in touch with you, okay, in regards to any student query.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, ma'am.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Have a great.
Bye.
Bye.